Well, hello there. It's time for one of those Name That Train challenges. We're going to do Thomas versus Chuggington 2014 style. My son is now 5 years old. He's had equal exposure all his life to both Chuggington and Thomas and Friends. But there's been one constant. He's always struggled to remember the names of those Chuggers, and I've never understood why. Anyway, I'll grab some new Chuggers that we've just purchased. I'll also grab some of the newer Thomas and Friends toys. I'll take them upstairs and we'll see how my son goes at naming these trains. I'm also going to have my 5 cents to say on what I think is going on here, but what's really important is I want to hear what you have to say about what's going on with Thomas and Friends versus Chuggington. Okay, let's get into the video. Let's do it. My son's up inside the home. I brought the box up. He hasn't seen the trains we'll be looking at, but this is what he's playing with. He's actually recreating part of a video that he watched on YouTube. There's a helicopter there, isn't he? Wow. He's right into the wooden railway now. He's gone from taking place and got into the wooden railway. That's his collection of toys there. Helicopter's going around. What's going to happen next? There's a bit of track there. There's a tunnel there. And it looks like there's a diesel there in trouble. It's got some blue tack holding it to the side. Looks like a disaster.
Dad?
Yeah.
The diesel in trouble, it's in my favourite movie.
Your favourite movie you're watching, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a train crash bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's recreating something that he has seen on YouTube. It's part of a movie. Just grab the iPad. He wants to show me part of the movie. I'm not sure if I can show it. Well, I'm going to talk over this and not show for very long, but it's that one there. Do you know that one, guys? I cannot show that one, my little boy, on my channel. It's somebody else's content. So I've read the title. It's actually from the film Unstoppable. He's recreating a scene from that film.
Dad, I really want to buy that movie.
You like that Unstoppable movie, don't you? That big train crash. Yeah. I'm going to show you some Thomas things, but first off I want to establish something of our audience. Have you watched and do you know this DVD very well? Is that one of your favourites?
Yeah.
Yes. What about this one here?
Yeah.
You know that one too? You know the characters in both those?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't look in the box. No peeking. Who is that there? Let the audience have a look. Okay.
Housen.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we all heard that. Okay. Next one. Who is? No peeking. No peeking. Who's that? You remember? Is only a new one for you. They're all sort of newish to you in a way. You know that one. Come on. One of your favourites. It's not easy being green, is it? Okay, next one is... Okay, we've seen it. Put this one down. You want to remember the name of that one?
No.
Gator.
Gator.
Why can't you remember him?
The Chugger is.
Hang on. Just pick up that Chugger again.
Chugger is. Say it. Say it.
Okay, Chugger is. Who is this?
Sophie.
Good boy. Who is...
Chugger ear.
Are you looking at these properly? No peeking in the box. Who is that one there?
Miriam.
Well done. Who is... Whoa. That beast there.
That monster.
Good boy. Now let's bring up this one again. The name is Gator.
Gator.
Why was he a bit tricky? Can you tell me what's strange about him?
Because I lost his name.
You lost it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other one I want to bring up here is we had a lot of talk about this, didn't we, just recently about the name of this one? We mentioned it over and over to ourselves.
Housen.
No. Hanzo. Hanzo. Whoa, Al, thank you for your time and trying to name those trains. Some of them are a bit tricky, aren't they? Well, it's actually been a long time since I gave my son the challenge to name the Chuggers versus the Thomas and Friends toys. All the toys at the front here are new toys to him. I'm trying to be as fair as possible in this. And it's interesting, like when he saw this one in the store and it's Chug Patrol, is it Kelly? Better check myself, yes. He just sort of, screamed for it. I mean, look at what's going on here. There's checker plate detailing on this. It just looks fantastic. In a funny way, it's almost as if Chuggington are trying a little bit too hard. I hope I'm not being cruel by saying that. I don't understand why these toys aren't flying off the shelves versus those guys over there. To me, Chuggington have always presented some excellent looking toys. That's been one of their stronger hallmarks, and now Tomy are doing these toys. It's sort of ramped them up even better. But you know, every time I look at a Chuggers toy, my son loves to play with these. He'll have them upstairs and he'll have them mixing and mucking around with all the other trains. He likes, you know, the plain generic ones as well. But I mean, look at this one here. It looks fantastic. The checker plate detailing down here. It's so busy looking. But then again, it's funny. Maybe that, you know, like I said before, that could be the distraction here. I was a bit surprised he struggled to name this one, but it is sort of a newish character to him. Yeah, he sort of picked off this one okay, wasn't it? Timothy, from memory. Yeah, Timothy was okay, and I mean he just loves, I think, anything that looks, you know, with the dozers and, you know, the Diesel 10 aspect to it. I mean, that's some of his favourite designs. He just loves like these two here, loves them to death. The interesting aspect to this Chugger here, and it's Hanzo. Let me just separate Hanzo away from the carriage here. He got very, very excited when he saw this one because he's got the DVD. He's had the DVD for some time, but to actually see the toy in shop, you know, he just was, you know, desperate for it. But he has not connected this Chugger's name to when he sees the toy. This is the puzzle with Chuggington. Eventually he will remember Gator, I'm sure, but I've got a funny feeling that, you know, in 6 months' time he's still going to struggle with the name of this Chugger. Well, my boy is 5 years old. He's certainly loved his trains for the first 5 years of his life. He's been exposed to Thomas and Friends and Chuggington from the beginning as well. It's not as if Chuggington has just appeared in the last 6 months. But the constant has been he has always struggled to connect the Chuggington toy to its name. He hasn't had that fight of trying to do that with the Thomas and Friends range, even though there seems to be so many more characters on the Thomas and Friends side. My son has no learning disability. In fact, he usually picks things up really fast. But I wonder if there are people out there who have the reverse story where they can say, hey, my children picked up the Chuggington names really fast but have struggled with the Thomas and Friends trains. It's been to my great surprise to see the Chuggington stock and toys in the shops disappearing where I live. They present some fantastic toys to the market. That's the part that I don't understand. You know, children see those toys on the shelves, they get excited. My boy does. But for some reason, they are disappearing. So when I see toys disappearing off the shelves, the first thing it's telling me these toys aren't selling. The second thing that sort of says is, well, this show isn't as popular as the other brand. But Chuggington are always going to be up for an awesome fight against the might of the Thomas and Friends Empire, who have a swag of very younger fans and also a whole swag of adult fans to contend with. But who knows, Chuggington may pull a rabbit out of their hat in the future. They may pull off a must-have toy or a DVD or a movie that becomes hyper-popular, and that could turn the tables the other way. Where I feel Chuggington have made a mistake is they haven't developed an individual main character, as Thomas and Friends have done. The character on screen at the moment is a classic character. Everyone knows this engine. It's known around the world. Unfortunately, I feel Chuggington don't have that individual character who has that knockout punch. As we all know, Chuggington used 3 characters to tell the bulk of the stories around Chuggington, but that seems to have failed to derail Thomas from Soda Island. The Chuggington character who I feel was given a very hard time at the start was Action Chugger. To me, he wasn't given the right paint job. If he was done right, he could have lifted Chuggington to a much higher level. Maybe you've got something to say on this, I'm sure you have. Maybe I'm seeing it all wrong. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a different one to make. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.